How do you do, fellow kids? I have a special package opening today. I've got a couple of... I've decided to do a little bit of a theme since I had a couple of these figures that I wanted to break out of their packaging. Specifically, the main event is this Royal Guard. I remember seeing pictures of this, and I know that there is a couple of ways to style him, sort of as the Return of the Jedi Royal Guard, or the other possibility is like an expanded universe Crimson Empire Royal Guard. So I'm really curious to break him out and see what the deal is. So I'm gonna leave him for last, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this 2-pack. This is a 2-pack that came out right before. I remember seeing these in Force Friday on Force Friday before The Last Jedi. I'm going to withhold some comments about the Last Jedi. It is not my favorite Star Wars movie. I do think there are some interesting things in there. I particularly like the fight with the Praetorian guards, who are supposed to be sort of the new Imperial guards. I think they look I don't know. In some ways, I think they look cool. In some ways, I think they're a little odd. I would have to say my favorite concept of the new trilogy was that there were people with other weapons that could repel a lightsaber, other melee weapons that people could fight a lightsaber against. And I particularly like that because there were so many lightsabers in the prequels, and in the original trilogy. I think you only had kind of lightsaber on lightsaber duels, which I'm cool with. I think those should definitely still be part of Star Wars. But I also think that the Jedi should have some run-ins with non-Force users who also have energy melee weapons. And I think that was that was incorporated well, because they had they all had kind of multiple, or there were 4 different variations of this guy, and they all had different weapons. I think there were 8 total, and there were 4 sets. 4 sets of two kind of doubles each in the movie. I don't believe they released 4 action figures, 4 different action figures with 4 different sculpts. I think we got 2. I think we got this one in the 2-pack, and I think there was a single carded one, which I might hunt down. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, Rey is here too. I thought her look for this movie was pretty good. I initially liked Rey in the Force Awakens. I think the one of my gripes about the Last Jedi is that the characters that I liked in the Force Awakens started to grate on me a little bit. I would say Rey probably least of all, but because you had this kind of adventure movie where they're making decisions and you're like, why are they making these decisions? Like, the characters are making decisions and you can't relate to them because they're making obviously dumb decisions. And I think that's I think that works well in certain genres like drama, where someone is like compelled to make the wrong decision and you're just watching this this unfold. And I don't think it works well in an adventure sci-fi or action genre, because you want the focus to be on the action, and it's easier to do when you relate to the characters because you want to root for them. In the case of The Last Jedi, I was just rooting for it to be over. Well, I thought the scene that features the fight with these guys, I thought that was the climax of the movie, and then I think there was like another hour left after that, which was just a slog. So anyway, enough about me rambling about that movie. I think I misleadingly said that I wasn't going to say too much about it, and I feel like I didn't, even though I've said I did express my opinion about that movie. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust my handy dandy knife, and we'll get these guys open. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. This is the Rey figure, and this comes with some sort of backpack, quad gun, which is actually a pretty cool weapon. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me to have this on Rey. I think this would be a cool weapon for like a resistance. Comes with to come with a resistance soldier. She does have a holster here, and the pistol blaster that she had in The Force Awakens slips very nicely in there. And she also has the blue lightsaber. I have to kind of open up her hands, slide this in, and there she is, just like in the movie when she had that quad gun. I'm actually really surprised that this isn't, at least I don't think it is, it's just a molded plastic accessory, and it doesn't have any sort of spring-loaded firing thing. I just looked at this and assumed that that's what that was, because I don't know, since the early 90s, toy companies, particularly Hasbro, has been putting spring-loaded rocket launchers in with action figures, even though their characters don't need it or warrant having that those accessories. She also comes with her handy dandy staff that I assume will slide over her shoulder. Probably should have done that before I put the lightsaber in. So 5 POA figure, decent resemblance to Daisy Ridley. These are also the Force Link action figures that have you put it near the I don't know, it's an RFID or whatever thing, and it reads a chip that's somewhere in the figure, and it says some sort of line from the movie. So anyway, this is the figure that I wanted to take a closer look at. He does have his weapon that looks like it comes apart, so he can use it as separate. Oh man, hard to get these accessories into the hands of the figures. I don't know if that was the right approach. Did it work? Looks like it. And let me get the other one. Let's see if that will work. We need to stretch it out a little bit. All right. So now he has. Oops. Oh. Well, let me try this. I can maybe put these together and hold it like that. Is there a paint application, or what is that? Looks like there must be a paint application. It looks like his little rank thing, but it does look like a weird gray spot stuck to the figure. So let's see. He's got pretty cool legs. Everything's kind of molded together. His kilt or whatever, robe, I don't know. So he can stand like that, and Rey can challenge him to a duel with the blue lightsaber. Originally Anakin's lightsaber, then Luke's lightsaber, and then now Rey's lightsaber that she broke and then buried, and I don't know, whatever. So, hey-ya! All right. So we'll move those out of the way, and I've got a Kenner Vintage Collection, Return of the Jedi, Emperor's Royal Guard. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. We'll cut him out and take a look. Let's get into it. So here we have the Royal Guard figure, a soft goods cape, and he has a holster here for a sidearm. He's got the same blaster. I don't think we ever saw the Royal Guard with Royal Guards with a blaster, but this looks like the same blaster that the biker scouts had in Return of the Jedi. Let's see about his arm articulation. So he does have arm articulation. This is a vintage collection figure, so expect him to be pretty articulated. Difficult to get the gun in his hand. Looks like his holster is a cross-draw style holster, where the gun kind of sits backwards. And oops, oh, he's got a face under here. Let's check this guy out. I have no idea who this is supposed to be. I think he might be one of the guys that are supposed to be from the Crimson Empire, or maybe they just used a rejected Obi-Wan Kenobi head or something like that. Let's lamp so we can see him a little better. Looks pretty good. So yeah, I figured that the cape was removable. I didn't really know how exactly that was going to work, but the guy has like a face under here. That's pretty cool. Totally didn't expect that. I just thought it was going to be a removable head situation. So he's got that kind of classic helmet, and he comes with the staff. I do like that he's a 2-in-1 type figure. I will admit, I grabbed this because I was pretty sure he kind of had that 2-in-1 sort of thing going on, and but I do have one on pre-order from, I don't know if it was Entertainment Earth or Hasbro Pulse, but one or the other. So I am expecting to have a couple of these guys. So let's go ahead and check out the alternate, version that can be displayed. So we'll take off the Return of the Jedi helmet, the full robe, and the staff here. And then we have an alternate set of accessories here. It includes this kind of shoulder pad type deal, a more, I guess this is like a sparring helmet or something like that. So we've got the Crimson Empire style helmet. the logo is a little off center. So hopefully that doesn't bug the heck out of me. And then this staff is in there. I don't want to bend it to the point of breaking. I do want to make sure it gets out of there. Okay, good. All right, so let's see if we can restyle him to be the Crimson Empire style Royal Guard. Let's see if we can do a two-hander on this staff. Oops. It's always really fiddly to get in there with the hands and gripping accessories. So let's see. So that looks pretty good. Let's see if I can bend his knees a little bit, get him into a more action-y pose. Pretty cool. I don't think this part comes off. I think that's fixed on there. Oh, he's got a cool Imperial symbol on the back. I missed that the first time. I did see the shoulder logos. So see if I can put him up here, put him on a pedestal, which is a weird thing to say since the pedestal deal that I'm using is out of frame. So here we go. Cool vintage collection. Imperial Guard in his sparring outfit, and I wanted to just do kind of a side-by-side comparison. This is a 4 POA figure that I picked up not too long ago, probably a couple of years ago. I think it was on sale at Target when all the Star Wars figures were going on clearance constantly. I think that all kind of ended after Solo, and we really stopped getting Star Wars action figures after that. They don't show up in the store, or if they do, very low quantities, which I'm okay with. My philosophy is that I don't mind ordering them online, and then they arrive and I get them. As long as they're in the store, I'm still going to look for them, but I'll be okay if they decide to stop that distribution method. So here they are side by side. I'm having a hard time keeping this guy from falling over. Let's see, he does look pretty cool. Maybe I can just prop him up against this guy. Ooh, cool. That worked. And but anyway, what I was saying is that I've heard people say that it's no fun, if the figures are not in the stores and we just have to pre-order them and they arrive by mail. But I disagree. I think that I love going to the mailbox and getting a fresh package and checking it out, and yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, if it meant that I would get all the figures that I want, because pre-orders would open up straight from Hasbro or Mattel or whoever, and I would be able to order them directly from the companies, and they would know what the demand is, and if they ran out, they would do another production run, the whole deal. But as it stands now, I was listening to Pixel Dan's interview with a couple of the Mattel designers, and they were addressing the fact that they had not, or at least Target had not ordered enough of the Rise of Evil 2 packs to to keep up with the demand for those figures, and the designers were kind of sheepishly saying like, oh well, they'll see the demand and they'll order more. I don't think they will. I think that came and went, and that's a done deal. And I think the only way that we will get them is if there's some sort of time lapse on the exclusivity, and and then Mattel is able to release those in the general line. It took them a year, or well, let's see. It's been about a year since the PowerCon exclusives, the Lords of Power. Obviously, we're not getting the exact same set. There are some differences where between those and the Lords of Power versions that are being released in the regular line of the Masters of the Universe Origins. But that gives me hope that in a year, maybe less than a year, but probably in about a year, they'll mention, or they'll make an announcement that they're going to release a Keldor in the original line. So, but yeah, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm going to go online and see if there were more than 2 of the Praetorians. I would like to get a full set. I know that there was a similar situation with the Knights of Ren, where we didn't get all of those, and so as someone who I always have an appreciation, regardless of what the media is, always have an appreciation for the troopers. I do like first of all, I love this one, and this one's pretty cool, and that was one of the best action scenes in any Star Wars movie. I still don't think it's better than a lot of the action that was in the original trilogy, but I will hand it to the creators and the performers that worked on that movie. That was a pretty compelling scene. It was what they did, that part of the subverting expectations. If they had just subverted that one expectation, I think it would have had a greater effect, rather than everything in the movie was subverting expectations, and it was like it was just basically turned into a gimmick. But that part was pretty cool, and it will remain one of my favorite parts of the sequel trilogy. And I'm curious to see where the movies go from now. Now that it seems like Disney took a step back, and now we're getting some more kind of smaller scale stories. Not really sagas. It looks like we're gonna get the like the Rogue Squadron type stories in a movie, and who knows what else. Who knows what else is out there on the horizon. But hopefully it's compelling stories and cool toys.